The film starts off with a scene of two snakes, one of which is white and the other is green. The two snakes are connected with one another, sisters. They did give the impression of being very youthful, in spite of having existed for in excess of 1,000 years. The white snake was known by its Chinese name, Suzhen. Both of the snakes were equipped for changing themselves into human form. Both snakes see a kid named Xian one day while they are up on a mountain. He was tasting the blossoms on the mountain. Both of them are shocked to discover that humans really consume blossoms. In reality, Xian and his partners went there looking for different restorative plants. He was going through the mountains at that time. It was the green snake in her unique structure that scared him. When she seemed there, as a consequence of his trepidation, he tumbles down the mountain and into the waterway below. After seeing it, the white snake feels frustrated about Xian and his predicament. She has empathy for his situation. She transforms into an individual and goes into the river. She inhales into his mouth. She saves his life. After helping He calm, she goes away. When Xian stirs, he finds that every one of his companions have assembled around him. He gets some information about the young lady who saved his life. His companions say that we found no young lady here. It was all in your imagination. On that very day, a celebration was to be held in the village. The master of the temple and his companions were likewise going with him to the festival. They had an uncertainty that beasts will kill people at this festival. Xian was traveling that way with those herbs. Therefore he takes every one of them with him. On the opposite side, White Snake and Suzhen and was feeling the loss of that second when she helped Xian. That how she saved his life by giving him her own breath. She was ceaselessly contemplating Xian. In truth, she began cherishing him. She tells her sister, the green snake, that she needs to meet that boy. Therefore, the two of them go to a similar celebration in the town. That very night, Expert and his mates had come there with full preparation, because they realize that beasts can go after people at any time. Green Snake meets the sidekick of the Expert in the festival. Because Green Snake enjoyed him, she needed to get to know him. He says that I can't converse with you right presently as I'm here to get the monsters. He didn't realize that the young lady requesting that he be her companion was likewise a monster. But then the green snake sees Xian. She goes to him. She lets him know that her sister loves him and she needs to meet him. Xian says that don't know regarding your sister. He won't meet her sister. Green Snake falls into the river. She pushes his boat to take him to her sister. As he arrives at there, Suzhen admits that she cherishes him. Xian says, but I love somebody else. He says that don't have any idea who she is. She saved me by giving me her own breath. Hearing it, Suzhen comprehends that he's discussing me. He loves me the manner in which I do. She takes him back into the waterway to console him that she is the young lady he loves. She's the young lady who saved him. Now Xian was likewise mindful of the way that she's that girl. Companions of the beast discover some monsters. He courageously battles with those beasts. Meanwhile, a beast harms master's companion. Therefore, he calls his master for help. Then the master comes there to rival them. He moves them to hell and copies them to death. Suzhen goes to Xian's home the following day. Seeing her in his home makes Xian very happy. They begin residing with one another and at some point, get hitched to each other. On the day of the celebration, the beast had nibbled one of Master's companions. Therefore, Master's buddy was changing into the monster. He blows up because of it. He was burnt out on his life. If he turns into a beast, he'll be a threat to humans. Therefore, he was going to an abandoned spot to endeavor self-destruction. While he planned to make it happen, the green snake comes there. She asks him that for what reason he's doing such a demonstration. She stops him to do this, on which he answers that I'll turn into a monster. I can't turn into a threat to humans. Therefore, need to take my own life. The green snake, after hearing it, educates him regarding her reality. She shows her snake tongue. She says simply sit back and relax, assuming that you become a beast. I am a beast as well. Afterward, we see Master going to the village. He finds numerous survivors of the beast there. They were in trouble and confronting it. Therefore, Xian used to make spices to save their lives. Suzhen, then again, knew that they were being gone after by those monsters. They are exceptionally strong and dangerous. It is difficult to fix them just with herbs. Suzhen consequently presses into those restorative plants to save his significant others in those individuals' lives. Suzhen had a rodent which was her friend. It says, "What are you doing, Suzhen? Don't you understand that giving your exhalation is a danger for you? It will make you weak." But Suzhen was able to help his better half and other people. When Xian makes residents drink that spice liquid, they start to heal. It makes Ace stunned on the grounds that as per him, it was difficult to fix these people. But seeing them recuperating, he is left dumbfounded and puzzled. He asks of Xian whether anybody helped him in the planning of these herbs, on which he answers, "Yes, my better half aided me." Master recognizes that his significant other was certainly not an ordinary human, however a monster. Therefore, he gives Xian a holy knife for his safety. Then Master goes to Suzhen. He asks her for what good reason she's doing this stuff. You wedded a human despite being a monster. Why do you live like people among them? I am not expressing anything to you as you are a decent monster. You ought to improve. Leave Xian. Any other way, the end wouldn't be good. I'll kill you. Saying it, the expert leaves. At the night when Xian arrives at home, he brings a cured wine. It mends against snake venom. But Suzhen was a snake herself. Xian makes her beverage this wine too. Drinking it, she begins feeling bizarre and her state worsens. She secures herself in a room. Xian asks her for what good reason she's behaving like this? Or on the other hand, on the off chance that you're frantic at me? Suzhen had no control over herself and turns into a snake. To get her, the Master likewise comes there. They face each other. Xian cuts her with that holy knife that was given by the Master. He didn't have a clue about that this white snake was his wife. After getting cut, Suzhen goes to her sister, the green snake, as she got cut by a holy blade so she couldn't change into human structure at any point again. She'll be a snake forever. Xian gets some information about his wife. Master expresses that as a matter of fact, this white snake was your wife. You hitched a 1,000 years of age snake. He becomes stunned in the wake of recognizing the truth. Suzhen's rodent educates Xian regarding a spice that can save Suzhen's life, but getting that spice is hazardous. Thus dangerous. Because beasts have involved that place. Regardless, Xian goes there and attempts to track down the herb. Xian, then again, is eclipsed by monsters. All colleagues of the expert attempt to save Xian. Rat proceeds to give that spice to Suzhen that saves her life. Now, she could take human structure again. As she recuperates, she goes after the Master and his companions. She comprehended that they needed to isolate her and Xian. She carries Xian to a spot somehow. She inquires as to whether he's okay, however he had lost his memory. He couldn't recall that anything, even his significant other Suzhen. Suzhen asks the Master that how did you manage my better half Xian, as he has failed to remember me. However, before long, his memory gets back and he returns to normalcy. But as Suzhen was a beast, Master makes an old house utilizing his powers. He detains her in it forever. It was unimaginable for her to get out of that house. Xian consumes his whole time on Earth outside the house, hanging tight for his wife. Master's buddy had likewise turned into a beast. Yet a decent one. He enjoyed the excess years with the monsters. Here, the film ends. Thanks for watching.